Imagine a road stretching endlessly toward the horizon, the sun bleeding gold across the sky, the wind whispering through your helmet, and beneath you, a beast that doesn't just move, it commands. The Kawasaki VN900 Vulcan isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement of dominance wrapped in chrome and steel. When you throw a leg over this machine, you don't simply start an engine. You awaken a spirit, one forged in the timeless traditions of cruiser heritage and infused with Kawasaki's modern engineering genius. From the first deep rumble to the last echo of exhaust fading into the distance, this bike takes you places your car, your daily routine, and your comfort zone could never dare to go. The VN900 Vulcan stands tall in a world where motorcycles often try to outshout each other with specs and gimmicks. This isn't about flash for the sake of flash, it's about a raw, authentic cruiser experience that grabs you by the soul and drags you into a new dimension of riding. Powered by a 903cc V-twin engine, liquid-cooled for efficiency and longevity, it delivers a perfect balance of torque and smoothness. Twist the throttle and you feel an immediate surge, not jerky or unpredictable, but a steady, confident wave of power that you can ride all day without fatigue. This isn't a bike that begs to be redlined, it's a bike that thrives in the mid-range, where the rumble is deep, the acceleration is satisfying, and the ride is nothing short of majestic. You see, the beauty of the VN900 Vulcan lies in how it blends muscle and manners. It's not a stripped-down, bare-bones cruiser that rattles your bones and demands constant taming. Nor is it a plush, overstuffed touring giant that loses the soul of riding. It's that perfect middle ground, a machine that looks intimidating to those who don't know it, but feels like a trusted companion to the rider who does. The belt drive system is whisper quiet, reducing maintenance and delivering power smoothly to the rear wheel. The low-slung seat at just 26.8 inches means you're not perched on top of the bike, you're part of it. You feel the weight settle in, not as a burden, but as an anchor to the road. And the looks, let's not pretend they don't matter. One glance at the Vulcan VN900 and you know it's built to turn heads. That long, sweeping fender, the fat 180mm rear tire, the wide handlebars, and that glint of chrome against the blacked-out engine casing, it's a visual symphony. This bike has presence. Park it anywhere and it becomes a magnet for questions, admiration, and maybe a little envy. Kawasaki knew what they were doing with the proportions. This isn't a mid-size cruiser that feels small. It carries itself like a full-sized heavyweight without intimidating new riders. Price-wise, the VN900 Vulcan hits an almost unfair sweet spot. You're not paying the eye-watering sums of high-end American cruisers, but you're getting performance, durability, and aesthetics that punch far above its class. Depending on your market and variant, it's priced to be within reach of serious riders without stripping them of their savings. That's where the real magic lies. This isn't just a motorcycle for the elite, it's a cruiser for the dreamers who refuse to settle. And here's where we dig into the hidden features most riders don't notice until they've lived with the bike. The fuel injection system isn't just there for efficiency, it's tuned for instant response, meaning even in low gears, the throttle feels alive without lag. The 5-speed transmission is geared perfectly for both city crawling and open highway cruising. Fifth gear is your magic carpet for long-distance rides. The front 41mm telescopic fork and rear uni-track suspension give you a ride that's plush enough to soak up potholes but tight enough to keep handling. Sharp in the corners, a balance many cruisers fail to achieve. Then there's the tank, a sculpted 20-liter beauty that not only enhances the bike's muscular silhouette but gives you real touring range. At moderate speeds, you're easily looking at ranges north of 250 kilometers before a fuel stop. And when you do stop, you're not scrambling for a break because your back is screaming. The ergonomics on this bike are so well thought out that hours melt away without discomfort. The wide seat supports you in all the right places, the footboards let you stretch without strain, and the handlebar position keeps your posture relaxed yet commanding. Customization. The VN900 Vulcan is a blank canvas for your personality. Whether you want saddlebags for long journeys, a windscreen for touring comfort, or performance pipes for a deeper growl, Kawasaki made sure the aftermarket possibilities are endless. This bike invites you to make it yours, because while the Vulcan's heart is pure Kawasaki, its soul becomes yours the moment you start riding. And we can't ignore the emotional side of this machine. The VN900 Vulcan is the kind of bike that changes how you view time. Days off become opportunities for escape, not just rest. You start looking at maps differently, searching for winding roads and forgotten highways instead of the fastest route. You find yourself leaving home earlier, staying out longer, and taking the scenic way, just because you can. This bike doesn't just move you physically, it rewires how you experience the world. Riding it at night is another world entirely. Streetlights flicker off the chrome, the exhaust note becomes a deep, hypnotic pulse, and the road ahead feels infinite. On early mornings, the dew still clinging to the grass, you fire it up and feel the warmth of the engine rise through your boots, promising that today's ride will be unforgettable. And every time you park it, you turn back for one last glance, because even when it's standing still, the Vulcan looks like it's about to ride straight into legend. For those who understand the language of motorcycles, the VN900 Vulcan speaks fluently. It's not shouting specs or trying to be something it's not. It's delivering pure, unfiltered cruiser joy, wrapped in a package that's equal parts muscle, grace, and reliability. It's the kind of bike that, 5 years down the line, still makes you smile every time you see it waiting in the garage. It's a machine that ages like fine leather, getting better with every mile, every scratch, every story. And that's the essence of the Kawasaki VN900 Vulcan. It's more than the sum of its parts, more than the power figures, more than the gleam of chrome. It's a promise that every time you ride, you're stepping out of the ordinary and into something extraordinary. A promise that the road ahead will always hold another adventure, another memory, another reason to keep riding. And if you're lucky enough to own one, you'll understand why this isn't just a motorcycle, it's a lifelong companion on the endless road.